Welcome back to Act Sports TV, LAC News. As we dropping you another one, you see it in the title, man. If you went ahead and you tuned in yesterday, as you should have, you got a little bit of the pre-fight breakdown of Jarrett Hurd versus Jeison Rosario, letting you guys know that it was an up-and-coming Wednesday night fight that obviously took place on August 21st today on Pro Box, and they had a decent card. Wasn't able to tune in to see all of the fighters. We'll catch up on a little bit of that action after this episode, but definitely had caught the main event with Jarrett Hurd and Jeison Rosario. This was a 154 bout. These guys, were both previous belt holders at 154, both unified champions at 154. Jarrett Hurd coming off of an upsetting victory over Tony Harrison. Um, with also Anzi Larry Lara out of Cuba, beating some of the big names at that time at 154. Challenging, taking on oncomers. Also, not to sell his opponent short. Uh, Jeison Rosario also had his few tough bouts. Like I said in the previous episode, he became unified champion for off after defeating Julian J. Rock Williams, which was an upsetting, defeat. Really, really put pause on him, you know what I mean, in decent fashion, and became unified champ. I believe the first for Dominican Republic, making him, a superstar back at home. The Banana also, took on Jamel Charlo to lose his belts, but you know he was in the mix. We seen that with Rosario, he had trouble against Lubin, which Lubin is on up and coming as well at 154, actually knocking out Rosario in similar fashion to Jamel Charlo. Jarrett Hurd, you know, him going through his roller coaster, him having two defeats his last two bouts. Um, a lot of people count him out. He hasn't really shown that he can get grab that dog that he had once before when he was pretty much throwing the most punches at 154, pretty much being a machine, letting his hands go, staying tight with that shoulder roll, and doing what he's known for doing. In tonight's fight, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the post-fight breakdown from round one to round 12. It was a real decent fight. Real decent fight. Um, you can see that both fighters are a shell of themselves. If you've seen what I was just talking about, you've seen these fighters on their way up, when they were at their peak, when they had captured, the highest heights of their careers. You know, look like totally different fighters as opposed to what we got tonight. Even though you can tell that both fighters, poured their heart out in the ring, they didn't sell it short. They tried to give it a all. It's just seeing them as the top tier at 154 with the killers that's up there right now. You got Crawford, you got Israel Mondorov. Um, Also, it's floating in between 154 and 160. I mean, 160 is a little bit light work. I mean, it'd probably be best if these guys, stick to trying to, fight up in that weight class. But still, in all, even there, I don't see them, capturing what they had before. More, gatekeepers, up and comers, fights. You know what I mean? Giving the contenders good work. I can see them upsetting a few of them, but that's as far as it goes. In the fight, I seen her pretty much establish the jab very early, um, with snapping jabs, pushing Jeison Rosario head back. Um, Pretty much throughout all 12 rounds. Also, like I said, using them the shoulder roll, forcing his way in with the forearm, doing Jarrett Hurd type things in the ring, was definitely paying dividends. Catching him with some surprise, peekaboo uppercuts, um, overhands, things that Jarrett Hurd normally does, but just wasn't at the same pace, at the same speed that we accustomed to seeing Hurd uh, throw his punches. As far as his power, at times it was, you seen it. It was, snapping Jeison Rosario head back, but wasn't enough to, make him, retreat or to, change the game plan. Rosario stayed in the pocket, did what he came to do. He was definitely looking like the stronger man in the ring, landing also great vicious, body shots and, counter left hooks and also straight right hands, on Jarrett Hurd at will. A couple jabs also was being landed by Jeison Rosario. It was a real back and forth fight. Um, I gave it. It was a 10 round bout. I gave it 6 rounds to her, and I gave 4 rounds to Jeison Rosario. But either way, I can see it going either way. It all depends on what was your preference. If you was judging the fight, like I said, I came in right at the beginning of the fight. I seen that Jarrett Hurd for the first 4 rounds for me really established dominance. Really controlled the ring. Had Rosario having to think, for that time period. And once Rosario got that figured out and started to press, move forward, and pretty much punch with Jarrett Hurd, it started to pay dividends in the later round for Rosario. I say in the 10th round, definitely Jeison Rosario went out there in the championship round, the final round that is, and put out more of an output, landed better shots. Definitely took the 10th round. So they always say the last round it counts as two. Hey, you know what I mean? However you judge it. But me, 6'4", Jarrett Hurd, based off the action, back and forth, um, based going forward, I see like these guys, like I said, staying busy, you know, gatekeepers, possibly getting a shot at another champion, um, sooner than later, hopefully. It all depends on how things work in boxing politics and, where these guys position themselves. But calling the fight, they went all 10 rounds. It was declared a draw. One judge had it, like I had it, at, I believe, 2 rounds for Hurd over Rosario. And other judge had it 2 rounds for Rosario over her, and the last judge had it dead even. So when it ends in a draw, um, I'm not mad at it. As a boxing fan, you never like to see draws. You want to see some type of outcome. But we just weren't able to get that in this fight. But we did get some good work. You know what I mean? You did get to see some fighters pour their hat out in the ring. And like I said, they didn't sell it short, man. And I would like to see both of them again. I do believe in the late eighth round or ninth round. Jarrett Hurd landed a real nice body shot on Jeison Rosario, and it was noticeably, affecting Rosario. Almost made him look like he was going to take a knee, or he was going, pretty much, fall, get a knockdown from pretty much that punch that landed. But he stayed resilient, stayed on his feet, was able to overcome it. And like I said, he did take the 10th and final round and it was a great fight. So you guys, if you didn't get a chance to check it out, definitely go and check it out over there on Pro Box. With Paulo Malignaggi as the commentator and whatnot. Chris Algieri. Them guys putting in a lot of work, and everybody else over there. Salute to them. The fighters, thank you guys for putting on a beautiful performance on the fight card that was out there tonight on Wednesday Night Fights. And this is Active Sports TV. Before you leave, you know what you got to do, man. Subscribe, like, comment. Go ahead and tell a friend, man. You're on work, you're trying to get some pastime, man. You definitely want to make me the first option, man. So definitely, you won't regret what you did, and you'll be coming back for more. Like I said, we got all type of sports content from NBA and NFL, boxing, whatever comes up. You guys have a beautiful night. On the next note, you'll see the next episode to be continued. We out of here, man. Peace. Y'all have a blessed night out there, y'all.